Hi, welcome to your Car Care Companion. Today's video is on how to start a car that has a dead battery. There's basically 5 ways, actually 6 if you replace the battery, but we're not going to cover that today. What we are going to cover is the 4 ways you can start your car in a pinch if the battery dies. Number 1, the traditional jumper cables. Jump in your car with a second vehicle. We'll show that first. Next, we'll show how you can jump start the car with a portable jump starter. This happens to be a mini jump starter, but they also have portable jump starters that are a little bit bigger than this. They carry a little bit more energy. Then we'll show you how to charge a battery, not jump start, charge a battery with a second vehicle. That's important if your vehicle is the type that you don't really want the voltage from another vehicle going through your system because it has sensitive electronic devices, such as the sensitive ignition system parts or security system parts. So you want to check with your manufacturer before you jumpstart more modern cars. Many of them will be damaged if you jumpstart them. And you have to change the ignition, change the security system, change the key. It can get very expensive. So you want to check before you do that. And this is one of the ways you can charge the battery with a second vehicle without jumpstarting it and not damage those systems. Now, the other way of charging it, of course, is with a traditional charger. Charging the battery takes more time, even if it's a charger, or with a vehicle, it takes 30 minutes to an hour or even more to charge the battery. But you want to disconnect the charger and you want to disconnect the other vehicle before you try to start that vehicle when you're just charging the battery, not jump starting. And last but not least, we will show you how to start a car that would have a dead battery even if you don't have jumper cables, you don't have a jump starter, and you don't have a charger or a second vehicle. It's called the push start.
So when you're going to jump start a car, the first thing you need is a good car with a charged battery that will start, and of course a dead battery. So for the sake of this demonstration, we'll say that this car with the black battery is dead, and we'll say that the hot charged battery is the one in this vehicle over here that is red. So let's explain the cables really quickly. All they are is a black negative cable with 2 clamps on either end connected to each other, and a red cable connected to each other at either end. They're just 2 wires, the black negative and the red positive. So to start it off, you want to connect the red cable to the positive terminal on each battery on each vehicle. So we'll do that next. So you want to make sure both of the vehicles are off, not running when you connect the cables. And we'll start with the dead battery first. We'll connect up the red cable like so. And then we'll do the same on the good red battery. Now we're going to hook up the positive on the good battery. Make sure as you handle the cables that you don't touch the positive and negative ends of the cable together. So you want to get a good positive connection like so. Alright, and let this just fall down. Now the next thing you want to do is go ahead and connect the negative cable, the black cable here, to the good battery right on the cable. And then this is the tricky part. When you go to connect the negative cable to the dead battery, the car of the dead battery, do not connect it to the battery. Do not connect it to the battery. Connect it to the frame somewhere. This is actually a negative ground, and this is connected directly to the frame. You can see this bolt is connected to the frame. So this is a good location. You want to connect the negative battery, the negative cable, on the car with a dead battery to the frame. This protects back surges of electricity so that you don't blow out the electrical system in either vehicle. Then you want to start the car that has the good battery, rev the engine to about 3,000 RPMs, and give it a try.
So now we're in the good car, and we're going to go ahead and start it up. And when you want to, before you go ahead and jump start the engine, the vehicle with the bad battery, you want to rev the engine up on the good car to about
right here. 3,000 RPMs. By doing that, you turn the alternator enough to generate a little bit of extra electricity to make it easier to start the other vehicle. Sometimes you have to let it run for like 5 minutes or so to give it enough charge to start the car, and then give it a second try. Once the engine on the bad car starts, disconnect the negative cable immediately. Also the positive cable. Taking care to keep the cables from touching. Then disconnect the negative and the positive cables from the good car. And you're good to go. Now I'll show you how to jump start a car with a portable jump starter. This is actually a mini portable jump starter, but using a regular size jump starter is pretty much the same. What you do is you pick it up and you turn it on, hitting this button, and you'll see that it's fully charged. Then there's a little port here. You open it up and you plug in your mini cables, and they have a go no go, so you can't plug it in the wrong way. Plug in your charger. Then you take the negative and the positive, and it doesn't really matter which order. You just connect them both up, just like so. Positive and negative. And that's it. Then you just go and you try to start your car. Now I'll show you how to charge your battery. Charging takes more time, whether you're using a portable, not a portable, but a regular charger, or a second vehicle to charge the battery. It usually takes from 30 minutes to an hour, and sometimes even longer. What you want to do is you want to get your charger like this, and they're generally not portable because you have to plug them into an outlet, and connect it up to the battery first. Just like the jumper cables, it has a positive and a negative cable terminals. You connect those to the battery like so, and you connect the positive to the positive and the negative to the negative. Then after you have it connected to the battery, you plug it in to an outlet, and you should see the little needle jump. That'll let you know that you have continuity. Then you can pick your voltage, which is here, and your amps, which is how fast you charge. 12 volts, which most vehicles are 12 volts. And if you do a 6 amp or a 2 amp charge rate, that just dictates how fast the charger will charge. Usually motorcycles are 6 volts and 6 amps. You let the car charge for 30 minutes to an hour, and then see if the battery's taking a charge by trying to start it. To charge a battery with a second vehicle, simply connect the cables the same way you did to jumpstart the car. The only difference is you need to leave them connected longer, and make sure you disconnect the cables from the car that needed to be charged before you try to start it. Now we'll look at the push start.
I am in the vehicle. I have the clutch pressed completely to the floor. The manual transmission is in first gear, and the key is in the on position. When the pusher begins to push the vehicle, we will build up a little speed, and then I will release the clutch quickly and push it right back in and give the vehicle some gas. And that is how you pop a clutch, and you will be on your way.
Now we'll jump start the car by popping the clutch, and we'll let the car just roll down this incline, and you'll see how it lurches a little bit when it starts. That's when I release the clutch and then pushed it back in to start the car.